Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about drawings. So, drawings in SolidWorks, the point of drawings is when you have a part made. So, let's say we're looking at this part here. We're going to go back to a small configuration. But let's say we have a part made and we want a drawing for this part because someone wants to manufacture it. And because we're not 3D printing, for instance, someone needs to know the location of everything about this part. So to do that, you need to create a drawing. So there's a couple ways to get there. You could do file, new, and then click drawing. You can also right click and then open drawing, and there's no drawings, it'll create one for you. But let's go ahead and just do file. Uh, so it'll be file new and then drawings. So when you create a drawing, there's a couple of options here. So typically, there's like these different sizes. The B size is pretty standard for part drawings, and then you have the D for like bigger ones, like assembly drawings. So we're gonna just choose the B. So this is the idea of a drawing is you have your part here, and then you also have your different parts you want to add in. So you could add in like a motor bracket, for instance. You should be able to see your view palette and select motor bracket. And then you could start adding your views. And you could right click and project view to get the other sides. Okay, so this is like a quick view of the drawing. And for I'll go into more details about actually making a drawing later. For now, I just kind of want to focus on the different parts of a drawing that you're dealing with. So um, I went through this part pretty quickly, but let's just say we already have something in place here that has your drawings, right? So once you have your drawings, you typically need dimensions. I'll talk about the actual dimensioning part in another video, but for now, we're just gonna go over some of the tools that's available for you. So you have different things like projective views. So you could click this and then like project it in a certain direction. That's projective view. You have things like section views, so you could click here and then move over. You can see the section of this. So this might be useful if there's like a certain part of it that you need to see or dimension more clearly. You could have like detailed views. If you zoom in here and then click here, you can see like a specific part of your drawing. So these are all different things. And this is case by case. Sometimes you'll need it, sometimes you won't. Just really depends on how detailed that part is. And then you also have like a break view if you have like a really long part. But for here, I'm just gonna do like a simple example. You could break it, and then you can see that it'll only show the parts outside of the break. But again, breaks are usually good for like really long shafts. So those are some of the main things that we use pretty often. And then in the view layouts, you have we just talked about the view layout. These are pretty similar. It's like the different views that's available. In the annotation, you have like the different tools that you can use. You could have if you're dimensioning the parts, there's like different ways of dimensioning. Some people use the ordinate dimension. If it starts from a zero, we'll talk about that later. You could sometimes add notes up here on the top. So you could say like, make my part pretty. You normally won't say that, but just as an example, you can make like more appropriate notes might be like, oh, remove all sharp edges or something like that. But or if there's like a certain finish, you might say that as well. So you might use the notes for that. And you have like different things like center marks for circles, center lines. If it's like a cylinder part, you might need to add a line in between. Datum, if you have like some flatness or certain references to a certain surface, you could use that as well. Okay, and then sometimes you might need some sketches to help you out. You could add sketches manually. You could evaluate different things. I usually don't use these other tabs. So these are like really the main ones that you need to know. If you run out of space, you could also add a new sheet here, add sheet to continue your drawings. Okay, and if you don't need the sheet, you could right click and delete it. Okay, so this is like a quick overview of drawings in SolidWorks. In our next one, we'll actually talk about creating a part drawing and going into the details of it. But for here, I just wanted to show you like a quick overview of the different settings and options you have in the drawing view. So stay tuned, and then we'll go more into details on how to make the drawing for this part. Okay, so if you found this video helpful, give a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.